We're back here in Gaithersburg for another look. In the early 1900s, the consolidation steam locomotive was the preferred method for moving freight. With 8 relatively small diameter driving wheels and almost all of its weight on the drivers, this engine produced a lot of tractive effort for its size. Walschaerts valve gear and a 2-wheel lead truck to help steer the engine into curves. Tyco's Chattanooga Choo-Choo might not be a perfect match for the Buffalo Creek and Gauley consolidation, but you have to admit, it does capture the feel.
This is a Chattanooga Choo-Choo we're unboxing.
Here, how about this loose razor blade?
I'm going to open up the package with this loose laser blade.
Where's the rant? You're supposed to be ranting.
Here's the Chattanooga Choo-Choo.
Wow, that one's nice, except
seems to have a little damage on it. Yes, it does.
I think this snaps in. Oh, broken couplers. Spoiler front's back on. Wow, this one has the leading truck and the full valve gear. This is the fancy one.
Here's another Chattanooga Choo-Choo.
What, is that all you buy?
It's the same year as this one.
And action!
That can be like its own video. There's the other Chattanooga Choo-Choo.
And this does not have the pony truck or the leading wheel, but it does have the full valve gear. Both road number 638.
Now we're unboxing the third Chattanooga. This model does not have the front wheels like the older model.
And also doesn't have the valve gear. Still has the same road number.
Here's a new train we got also. This is the John Bull. The John Bull is a nice American train that was bought from England. This is the first train that was able to go 25 to 30 miles an hour in America.
Yeah, it was the trains that allowed us to exploit the environment. Without trains, we never would have been able to slaughter all those buffalo.
And they didn't preserve any of the meat from the buffalo because they were being wasteful.
If only they had salt, they could have made all the beef jerky we could ever want. Buffalo jerky.
And now we live in a world where not everybody knows how to produce salt from ocean water. So now when we run out of salt, our society will collapse and die. When the local communities used to use the trains that we're showing you, they would create local goods and services that now are provided by Amazon, so no one has to learn the skills they used to learn to live, and we're in a worse place off than we used to be.
It's funny you should say that. Back in the day, like before the internet and cell phones, every decent sized city had a model railroad club. And big cities like Baltimore had 3 or 4. We used to all get together once a week, work on a big model railroad. But now most of the model railroad clubs are gone. I miss those times because we didn't just talk about trains, we talked about life, all the problems we had, families, and all that kind of stuff. But I think I'm bringing Train Club back. We're going to get together once every other Tuesday, do some work on the trains, and when we're done, we'll put a video up online for anybody who wants to follow along. There's only a couple of rules here at Train Club. You're not allowed to break anything. You're expected to do work at home so that when you come back to the next meeting, you have something to show for it. There's no cussing, there's no drinking, there's no smoking, and we always make sure we run a train before we leave. Look, it's the streetcar named Desire and the San Francisco cable cars. So let's see if we can get something to run, then we'll call it a night, and we'll come back in 2 weeks and do it all over again.
Take 3, action.
Ain't you gonna get anything on the track? Alright, let's run it back. Try the photo run by again. How come nobody cleans the wheel?